Deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains, the little town of Keddie lay shrouded in a quiet, eerie darkness. Nestled among towering pines, Cabin 28 sat at the edge of the Keddie Resort, its wooden walls a silent witness to secrets that were buried within. It was the night of April 11th, 1981. Inside the cabin, Sue Sharp and her children were winding down from the day. The air was still, filled with the soft murmurs of nighttime in the forest, the rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, the creaking of old timber. But beyond the walls of the cabin, something else moved, a presence unseen, lurking just beyond the shadows. At some point in those hours where night feels deepest and coldest, the silence was shattered. The front door swung open, but no one outside heard a sound. Shadows slipped into the cabin, moving like dark phantoms through the rooms. The night erupted in violence. The walls trembled with the force of the attack as blunt objects were swung with brutal force. The killers, masked in darkness, moved in deliberate cruelty, leaving no corner of the small cabin untouched. The air filled with muffled cries and the sound of struggle, but outside all remained eerily calm. When the sun finally crept over the horizon, the cabin fell silent once more. Inside, a scene of horror awaited. Sue Sharp, her son Johnny, and his friend Dana lay bound and beaten, their lifeless bodies sprawled across the floor. The violence that had consumed the night was written across the walls in blood. Tina, Sue's daughter, was nowhere to be found. Sheila, Sue's eldest daughter, was the first to discover the scene, a sight that would forever haunt her. The brutality of the murders was incomprehensible. The investigation was frantic but yielded few answers. Tina's remains were discovered years later, miles away in a remote location, as if the forest itself had swallowed her whole. Despite the best efforts of detectives and townfolk alike, the identity of the killers remained a mystery, shrouded in the same darkness that had claimed the night of the murders. Over the years, the story of Cabin 28 has grown into a ghost tale, told around campfires and whispered among locals.